everyone, start off by taking a decorative cloth and then afterwards using this pair of scissors, slowly begin to cut through it. As you can see, we made this diagonal cut through the first section of it, and now afterwards we are moving on to a slightly beside part of it and then cutting this part out as well. As you can see, we are making it in the form of stairs. So cut it to the side and then cut it back down and back to the side again. Now cut down until you reach the base of it. Make a straight cut to the bottom as well. Open this all up and then this is what it should look like. Make another piece of this. After you made another piece of this, take the top portion of it and then afterwards tie up the top as such. Now for our next design, we'll start off by taking the neck portion of a turtleneck top. Now as you can see, we are making this loop stitch to it. Now in order to do so, push the needle downward, push it through the loop that is present and then loop the thread around it as well. Now continue on and then do this in an entire circle. In order to make the stitches not be seen, then you pull it tightly through as such. It is shown. Now after this, take another piece of paper and then put it onto a piece of cloth and then cut it out according to the shape. Do this in sizes as well. Now after this, put one beside the other as such onto another pink cloth that is present. Taking each of the cloths, fold it as shown in the video. Now arrange it in a circular shape. Begin to stitch the portions of it which are meant to be stitched. That is, which is the double layer which needs to be made into a single cloth. Now continue to stitch it in the middle as well. Give it more of an aesthetic look. These will look like petals. Now after you're done with one of them, make multiple of these. After this, slowly begin to put one beside the other. As you continue to do so, then it should look like a hat. Slowly begin to stitch it underneath as well. Now after this, cut it out in a strip of cloth. Now join each of them together and then fold it into half. Join the two parts together and once again using the sewing machine, stitch these two together. Now next, take another of these pink cloths and then afterwards cut it through the side as such. After it has been cut through the sides, cut out the shape out of it and then afterwards fold it in. Now put another cloth on top of this. Once you put your second cloth on top of this, cut it out according to the shape. Add a lighter shade of pink in the middle of this in front of each of your sections. Now taking another section of the cloth, put them one beside the other, stitch it out accordingly. However, before you stitch this in, make sure that you fold the bottom portion of it upwards. Stitch in these two sides to begin with. Now stitch up the top of it as well. Next, take the small pink cloth and then attach it at the base of this as such. Once again, stitch this together as well. Once you're finally done with it, this is what it should look like. Now you can make these socks. As you can see, they are dye-colored and then they are neatly done as well. Next, to begin with, start off by taking a cloth according to these measurements. Now fold it over and then afterwards using a ruler and then a cloth chalk, make these markings on either end of it. Afterwards, make this diagonal line to it. Now once you're done with this, take a pair of scissors and then keep it aside. Use this cloth chalk in order to make these markings to it as well. Now after you've made the markings, cut it out accordingly. Cut it out in this D shape as such. Now continue to fold it according to the patterns that you've created. Fold over either end of it and then afterwards cut it out once again according to the pattern that you have created. Once you cut off the excess of it, do the same out of the other side. This is the final look of it. Thank you for watching.